branded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedged pig whinnied.
Harper cries till 'tis time, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw. Toad that under coldstone days and nights has 31. Sweltered venom, sleeping god, boil thou first in the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake in a cauldron boil, and bake, eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, addered fork and blind worms sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wings for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, ball of gulf. Of the raving salt sea shark, root of hogmick digged in dirt, liver of douching jaw, gall of goat and splits of Jew. Silvered in the moon eclipse, nose of chart and chart lips, finger of birth stripped babe, ditch delivered by a dart, made of girl thick and slab, and thereto the tiger's crown for the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done. I commend your pains, and everyone shall share the gains. And now about the cauldron sing, like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? Why is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you, by which you profess, however you come to know it, answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against your churches, though in yesty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though bladed corn be lodged and trees blown down, though castles topple on their warders' heads, through palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasure of nature's germans tumble all together, even so destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak.
Demand.
Will answer.
Say if thou'st rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him. Let me see him.
Porn sows blood that hath eaten, her 9 pharaoh grease that's sweetened. From the murderer's gibbet throw into the flame. Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth, 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 beware, Macduff. Beware the Danafief, dismiss me. Enough.
Wherever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fear aright. But one more word.
He will not be commanded. Here's another, more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his baby brow and round a top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion-mettled, proud and take no care. Macbeth shall never vanquish be until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix his earthbound root? Sweet bottomance good. Rebellion's head, rise never till the wood of Burnham rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature. Pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know, why sinks that cauldron, and what noise is this?
Show.
Show.
Show. Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart. A show of 8 kings, the last with the glass in his hand.
Banquo's. Keep on going, I'm stopping.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo down. Thy cry does sear mine eyeballs, and thy hair, thou other gold-bound brow, is like the first. A third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? A fourth, stark eyes. When will the line stretch out to the crack of doom? Another yet, a seventh, I'll see no more. And yet the eighth appears, who bears a glass, which shows me many more. And some I see, that 12-fold balls and treble scepters carry. Horrible sight! For I see 'tis true, for the blood-boltered Banquo smiles upon me, and points at them for his. What is this so?
Ay, sir, all this is so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? Come, sisters, cheer we up his sprites, and show the best of our delight. I'll charm the air to give us a sound while you perform your antic round. That this great king may kindly say, our duties did his welcome pay.
Are they gone? Let this pernicious hour stand accursed in the calendar. Come in, without there.
What your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. What once came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flight he purposed never this o'ertook, unless the deed go with it. From this moment, the very fistlings of my heart shall be the fistlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon faith, give to the edge or the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
What have you done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom, to leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles in the place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch for the poor wren. The most diminutive of birds will fight. Her young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest cause, I pray you, school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors, and do not know ourselves, when we hold rumor from what we fear, yet not know what we fear. But float upon a wild and violent sea, each way and move. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Father he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I am such a fool. Should I stay longer? It would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father is dead, and what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What with worms and flies?
With what I get, so do they.
Poor bird, thou hast never feared the net nor lime, the pitfall for the gin.
Why should I, mother? Poor birds, they are not sent for. My father is not dead, and for all your saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell to again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet in faith, with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Ay, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged and swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers now to beat the honest men and hang them up.
Now, God help thee, poor monkey, but how wilt thou do for a father?
If you were dead, you would be weep for him. If you would not, it here a good sign, and I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Bless you, fair Dean. I am not to you known, though is your stay of honor. I am perfect. I about the danger does apart, and view nearly. If you will take my humble man's advice, be not found here. Hence, with your little ones to fight that you thus methinks I am too swayed to do worse to you where fell cruelly, which is to not your person. Heavenly provide you, I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm, but I remember now I am in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometime. Accounted dangerous folly, why then, alas, do I put that womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these factors?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified, where such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shaggard villain.
What you eggs?
He has killed me, mother. Run away, I pray.